In 2017, you could call me Edward Scissorhands because it wasn't nothing to cut that bitch off, and it still really isn't. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are having an awesome 2018 so far. So it was exactly a year ago today that I decided to sit down and film my 2017 in review and kind of like declare that 2017 was my year for good vibes only, because yeah, that's a part of protecting my energy and the energy that surrounds me. And yeah, that ain't gonna change in 2018. I'm sorry. If you ain't contributing nothing to the conversation over here that's positive and influential and moving me forward and progressing me in my best life, then I'm sorry. It still isn't anything to cut that bitch off. Yeah, new year, same shit, different mentality. If you're here to get that boost into your 2018, then you've come to the right place. I hope that before you keep watching that you would like, comment, and or subscribe, because you already know what it is. Your girl needs some support in the 2018 year. Yeah. So the first thing that I think I'm gonna be really pushing myself towards throughout this 2018, and I hope that you guys maybe would do the same, is recognizing my talents and not being ashamed of them. I feel like a lot of the time, like it goes past being humble and it turns into me being really shy and like protective over the things that I do that I feel like people may make fun of me for. And I think I said this last year, but really fuck if people make fun of you. Like, I always say that in my head, but in moving to a new city and kind of trying to find myself in this new big ass place, I moved to Dallas, if you guys didn't know. It's huge. Like, I don't know nobody. It's really kind of earth shattering to try and figure out where I fall in that community, whereas in Maryland I had already established myself. I had friends, I had a dance community that I could fall back on. I had like tangible supports, and now that I don't have such tangible supports, such supports at such easy access, like I can't just call my friend and be like, hey, I need to come over and talk, right? I can call them and talk to them, but it's just not the same as having them in arm's reach and like always being around them and things like that. I have to figure out a new way to support myself in that regard. And with that being said, there's no more being shy about what I'm good at. Like, there's no more being shy and secretive about everything that I want to do in my life and finding the means to get there. It's not being too forward, it's not being pushy, it's not being any of those things. It's going for what you want. And 2018 is going to be that year, because we are too damn old to be suppressing what we really want to do. Like, this is the time, like our 20s is the time to figure out what exactly it is that we are going to be doing and what we want to do moving forward. Another thing I'm leaving behind in 2017 is goals that I don't intend on moving forward with. Who's to say that we need to have the whole world figured out? People that I graduated with like may not have like a job yet, or they may not have gotten into school yet, or they don't know if what they do have their degree in is necessarily what they want to be doing, and all of that is okay. Like, it'd be one thing if you were like 35 and you haven't had your life figured out. Like, then I'd be like, what are you doing, sis? But like, all of our lives up until this point, we have been told exactly what to do, from kindergarten to high school. Once you got into high school or got out of high school, it was all right, now you need to go to college. But at the end of the day, like, this is your time that you need to start living for yourself. It's not for anybody else. Figuring it out 1 month at a time, and even less than 1 month, 1 week at a time, and even less than a week, 1 day at a time, and figuring exactly what can get us to that final goal and what is really gonna make us happy. And who's to say we need to know all of that right now? I think 2017 for me was also a year that I closed myself off to a lot of, not people, but like, I built my walls extra thick. Like, wasn't no getting through to me if I didn't want you to. I think that was something I needed, like having that thick skin. Like, I already have thick skin as a person, and 2017 was definitely the year that you probably were never gonna get to me. Like, if you tried it, you were cut off. And I'm still not for that bullshit, but I think that it's okay to open yourself up in that way, whether that be to like a friend or family or like a significant other. Like, it's okay to open yourself up in that way. but be smart about it. I'm glad that in 2017 I was able to put myself in the position to like rekindle friendships that like I had lost over the years, even cut off friendships that I felt like were doing nothing for me. I also think that, I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but what I'm really trying to say is that I think a lot of people my generation are so focused on like protecting themselves that we forget that like there are other people in this world probably going through the same thing, and you don't know what you have, what talents you have that you could share with everybody that like would help, like that would truly help somebody else's situation. So whereas yes, it's okay to be selfish, I said that last year for sure. I don't give a fuck if you call me selfish because I'm focusing on myself, but at the same time you can't get so focused on yourself that you forget that there are other people in this world struggling. There are other people in this world going through the same thing as you. There's other people in this world that needs uplifting, and I think that if you are on this earth and you don't touch at least one person in a positive light, like in a truly positive light, then yikes, like that sucks. Like, why would you want to be on this earth and not make a positive impact on at least one person? Like that is my goal. Like I want to be able to come on YouTube and say, you know what, like watching Sanya's videos makes me happy, or I want you to be able to watch me dance and be like, yo, she loves dancing. That makes me feel like I want to put my heart and soul into everything that I love doing. It's part of the reason why like I like to teach so much, because kids in general, like their minds are so moldable and shapeable, and you don't know what they go home to, and you don't know what they're being told at home that like really tears them down or like eats them up at night. But like if you can walk into my classroom for this hour and a half every other day and feel like, you know what, like what I like to do is cool, or like what so and so says back home doesn't matter, like I love that. All that to say this, like believe in yourself wholeheartedly. Like you don't have time to not believe in yourself. There are so many other people in this world who are going to doubt you and everything that you do, and make fun of you and piss on you and shut you down and make you feel like ass all the time, that you don't need to do that to yourself. And all my life I've done that to myself, and I'm declaring that this year I'm gonna stop doing that shit, because it only hurts me in the end, and it only gives that other person satisfaction. The people who want to see you fail, it only gives them satisfaction to know that you are doing that to yourself as well, and knowing that it's something that they can plant in your mind so easily. Like 2018 is the year to let go of being a shapeable person. Like you are grown. You're grown as fuck. As if you're my age. If you 16, 15 watching this, then you know you ain't grown, despite what you think. In your 20s, like you're too damn old to not know who it is that you are, or not at least be working on it. Like that shit really be blowing me. Like when you see somebody that's like a yes man to everybody, or they can't speak for themselves, like what? Sis, what? It's time to, you know, start figuring out who you are, and it's time to start putting things in motion so that you can set yourself up for success in this year, but in the next year to come, and the next year to come. Last but not least, like for my people who 2017 really beat you down, like take that time to heal, fam. Like 2017 for me was my healing year, and it felt so good to like come out and be like, you know what, this year did not kill me. Coming out of 2016, oh god, don't even let me get emotional. My grandma passed away, and that was like my best friend. I loved that woman to death. May she rest in perfect peace. But 2016 really broke me down for that reason, you know? So building my wall so thick was kind of like a defense to that, but it helped. It helped a lot in what I needed to do. It geared me up, because I was moving to a new city. You can't be dumb in a new city. You can't just be reckless and willy-nilly in a new city, you know? So it was what I needed. Like it was that discerning eye that helped me figure out like, all right, who's real and who's fake. Like help me watch people real close. Like I don't like how you moving. You're moving funny. Like I could just cut you off. It ain't nothing, because I haven't known you for but 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. But now that I have that, now that I know, now that I'm able to do that more easily, like it's time to let that shit go. Like you can't walk around with the wall up your whole life, because at the end of the day, like you'll turn around and won't have nobody. And if I cut you off in 2017, like more power to you. I honestly wish you all the best, but I can't wish you all the best in my life, because your best is my worst. You feel me? Like somebody else's best, like if they're in your life and that is your worst, cut that hoe off. You can wish them safe and wonderful things from a distance, because what you're not gonna do is come in here and interrupt my energy. So in 2018, the things that I'm praying for are self-assurance, I don't want to have to go outside of myself to be assured that I'm in the right place. And not to say I won't need the support of my friends, because obviously, not to say I won't need the support of my family, God, because obviously, but I don't want to have to constantly seek support to know that what I'm doing is right. I want to be able to feel that in myself, and that's going to come from becoming even more independent than I already am. In 2018, I'm also praying for strength, because I think I confused strength with guardedness in 2017, and no more. I want the strength to repair relationships that maybe I regretted letting go of. I want strength to cut off relationships that maybe I have not had the strength to cut off because they've been in my life for so long. I want the strength to excel and succeed in my program. I want the strength to help my kids. I want the strength to feel good about myself and know that feeling good about myself is not a crime. On that note, my bestie's here. So we about to tear it up at the mall, you know, all that good shit. And I hope this video really helped you out. I hope it made you feel good about what you're moving into in 2018. At the end of the day, like, it's your life. So anything I say, like, if you don't agree with it, throw that shit out the window. Take what you need, throw away what you don't, and yeah. I'll see you on my next one. Bye!
Sweet little selfish. I like my women